Oh, hey, welcome back to another episode. To my first episode, this is going to be the inaugural. I forgot about this again. You know me, my head wasn't attached. I'd forget it. Just catching up on some rereading the Wolverine series for Volume 1. Well, let's put that one up. I'll put this back over here, and then today is my first new comic book review day. And today we're going to review the new release from the new EC Comics, Epitaphs from the Abyss, #1. Anybody remembers that EC was a comic book company, entertaining comics. They used to make horror and suspense comic books and crime stories and all kinds of stuff back in the 50s. And before the comic code, and the pre-code horror, they were pretty expensive books. And well, after they went on the witch hunt about comic books, and then they had the comic book authority stamp put on everything, they kind of went the way of the dodo bird. But fans never forgot them, and finally, they're back with new comic books. So we're going to review this one today, and I'll show you some of the artwork in it. If any of the horror and suspense fans out there will know what I'm talking about when these books, it's like a compilation. It's like got 2 or 3 different stories in it, and so they got 3 stories in this one. It's called the first one's Killer Speck by John Holtman. Holtham is the writer, artist Jorge Fornez, and the colorist is Dan Jackson. And then then there's a second story called Senator, written by Chris Cadon, Peter Krause, Michelle Matson. The other story is Family Values, written by Stephanie Phillips. The artist is Phil Hester, inker Travis Heimel, colorist Marissa Louise. And then the U.S. versus U.S., written by Brian Azzarello, artist Vlad Legastab. I didn't say that right. I know I didn't say that right. And the colorist on that one is Brittany Peer. So it opens up, and you got the Gravedigger talking about, these are tales from the abyss. And the first story is about this guy. He's a screenwriter in Hollywood. He's a struggling screenwriter, right? He thinks he's superior to everybody, real smart, but he thinks he's better than everybody. He's going to be the one that just going to blow Hollywood away, right? But he's got a roommate, right? So he comes home. His roommate's kind of annoying, a little doofus, I guess, but he's a nice guy. But this guy's a bitter man, you'll see. Here he is walking back home after he was at the coffee shop writing, and he's talking about how, I don't know why I waste my time communing with these lesser writers. I deserve to be among the greats. So he's a pretty arrogant guy. And then his buddy, his roommate, wants him to share his screenplay with him. And he says, tell me, it's my first time I ever wrote anything. Is it good? And it turns out it's like really great. The guy hates it. Flies into a rage, and he murders him. And then it kind of ensues from there. It's kind of crazy. I don't want to spoil the whole thing. The next story is politically based. It's like kind of like our time right now. And like basically it's like a body snatchers type thing. And I'll show you a couple of there, like this right here. You got them. Craziness. Kind of cool though. And so all these stories are pretty great. They're short, but 3 of them. They got another series, a sci-fi series that's coming out. I think it's out right now. It's called Cruel Universe. So I don't know. This is pretty great. I highly recommend this. I really do. And that's it. That's advertising for it. You see the end of it. The Gravedigger's there, and he says, "See you next time." So I'm really thrilled that EC Comics is back. This is a short review, but I give it 2 thumbs up, way up. And so I'll put that on the Heroes for Hire Comic Club reading list if I were you. Any horror and sci-fi fans out there, remember this. EC's back, baby. Finally. So, until next time, true believers, Excelsior.